Welcome everyone to Saturday Night Hype, and we have got another big doubleheader here for you tonight as we march on towards the end of the year in our 3-day mega event Revelation to close out the year, done December 27th, 28th, and 29th. But before we get there, we have ourselves a hot tag team match and an even hotter singles match that involves a feud that has taken place over the past couple of weeks since Thanks Grappling and Hollow Wrestling, which we will get to in a second. Here comes Luigi as we start out with this matchup between the Mario Brothers and the Sons of Lavos, who have really no animosity between each other, but I know that Mario has been very disgruntled lately, that he has been consistently losing as a tag team, although that Mario Brothers did go a good chunk of the way in the Rebels and Redcoats tournament, while Luigi, who has been really busting his ass. You know, you want to talk about the workhorse of the tag team, not to say that Mario isn't, but Luigi has really put his reps in, but he is also very optimistic about where the team has been heading and that, you know, it's all right ahead of him, is what Luigi said to me prior to this matchup, and that is going to be a very interesting case because the Sons of Lavos are definitely a team that is nothing to be trifled with. Here comes Mario, his tag team partner, and Mario, who has insisted on coming out, and I've never understood this, but Mario has insisted that these two have had separate entrances basically since they've decided to start tagging. And Luigi always comes first, Mario always comes second, and you know, it's that weird, like, I think because he's so in acknowledgement of his own celebrity, you know, the name Mario at this point is pretty much synonymous with the look of this guy. So that really makes it interesting when you come to this situation where Mario feels kind of disgruntled, but you know, it's the struggles of a tag team. But you know, a team as notorious and as famous as the Mario Brothers, this could turn it all around here tonight on Saturday Night Hype as we head towards next week, which is the Revelation pre-show, which is going to be main evented by the Exceed Championship match between Prince of Persia and Jack Black. So stay tuned for that. As speaking of tag team championships, we have, as we confirmed last week, DC will be defending their championships against the cashing in Greasy Green Gigolos, who won that Rebels and Redcoats tournament and the opportunity to cash in for a tag title shot. Last time the Gigolos were in the title picture, they were penguin plunged through the top of a Hell in a Cell, so hopefully better fortunes coming around. Here come the Sons of Lavos, who have been kind of annoyed of late, particularly because all of the tributes that many of these federations have been doing for Akira Toriyama in posthumously have seemingly forgotten Chrono Trigger, which was one of his favorite projects to work on. And so they are now feeling like they have to bring a little more prestige and honor to the name of the man that created them, because, you know, they say all the attention goes to the Dragon Ball Z guys, and yet we're the ones who made people pay attention to Akira Toriyama, which I think is a bold claim, but you have to admit, you got to give these guys credit. They have stuck around from CIW since the beginning, and they are going strong here, and they have a tough challenge against a team like the Mario Brothers. But which one of these two will come out here on Saturday Night Hype? We have referee Jonah Hill, Skinny Jonah Hill, assigned to this contest, and here we go. So I thought that was going to start with a collar and elbow tie-up, as right now both of these guys, Magus and Luigi, starting this matchup. Kind of a strange bedfellows. Collar and elbow tie-up now to start, as both of these teams could really use a win here, as the Sons of Lavos, they've had kind of a roller coaster of a tag team experience since the entire separation from the Satan Soldiers debacle of a couple of years back. You know, they had a feud where they faced Tenacious E, and that ended up having a very interesting ending, but they did come out on top of that. But it's been somewhat treading water, as May just called it to me, you know, using Ice 2, as he is known to do. And another collar and elbow tie from Luigi, who has proven himself to be quite a technician, as now, oh God, what a clothesline, and now a little bit of extra taunting to Mario there, as May just known to be a bit braggadocious in his efforts. Magus, who has gotten very close to the top of the mountain in a number of aspects, both tag team as a single. was in the finals of the original King of the Spring tournament won by Kratos, who is competing for the CIW Heavyweight Championship of the world against the defending champion Symbiote Spider-Man in our main event of Revelation on December the 29th, and a big hip toss from Luigi as Crono tagged in, cover from Luigi and too close to the ropes. As so far, Luigi has basically handled both members of the Sons of Lavos here in the early going, but a double shoulder tackle from Crono stops the momentum. Both of these teams really, obviously the goal is to make it to that CIW Tag Team Championship shot, but both of these teams kind of stranded. And a win here on Saturday Night Hype could be exactly what they need to get one step further into that title picture. But a crowded tag division as we have, you know, and oh, what a German suplex as Crono just ran behind Luigi and got the advantage. A very smart move by Crono, who is deceptively fast. One of the few in the game to actually max out the speed stat without using any tabs. And that's just an interesting fact about the game itself. As Luigi's staying right on top of him, though, Mario has not gone any action in. Wait a minute, small package. Small package, 1, 2, and only 2 as Magus breaks up the count. And note that Mario did not seem to get involved, or at least invested, in that small package. I mean, if Luigi had won it, then I guess, you know, a win's a win, and then he didn't have to get involved. And now a leg lock here from Crono, and nothing doing there. But slowly weakening the legs. Of course, that Luigi driver, very devastating, as is that ankle lock. We've seen that ankle lock take down a number of opponents. Now just a leg to the back, just wrenching the arms and the shoulders out of the sockets. And I'll tell you something, folks, if you're not working on those delts, and you're not working on those rotator cuffs, that is a devastating maneuver. Could very easily make you dislocate a shoulder. And Luigi, right now, and kicking the leg, Luigi is not having any of what the Sons of Lavos are offering. It has been an impressive showing here as now Mage is starting to move around Mario, and a Hurricanrana to Crono on the outside. As we've seen our first action from Mario here, as now Mage is getting advantage on Luigi in a big DDT, as now Mario in the ring for the first time. Luigi still the legal man, as is Crono. And now Mario and Luigi. Now, oh, what a clothesline from Luigi as the Mario brothers take firm control of this matchup. And now a big leg drop, and of course later on our second matchup of our doubleheader, Scorpion versus Ermac. After Ermac cost Magus a cover by Luigi, cannot speak, kick out at 1. And oh god, and a nice swinging neckbreaker from Magus. As I was trying to say, our main event, Scorpion versus Ermac, after Ermac cost Scorpion a countout loss to Sub-Zero back at Thanks Grappling, and a drop kick to the face of Luigi. As the Sons of Lavos have seemingly taken back control here. Now a couple stiff kicks to the head. You know, Crono and Magus both known to have a mean streak if put into the right circumstance. And they have both been in a situation where they know that their relevancy is as relevant as Chrono Trigger is in the memory of Akira Toriyama. And it's, you know, it's placed a chip on their shoulder that I think that they've really needed in the past several months. And we'll see if it pays off here tonight as Luigi, you know, he is, you know, a new, wait a second, Dark Matter, big Dark Matter. Down goes Luigi, and he is not in a good spot here. And if Magus went for the cover here, he might have the victory as Luigi seemingly, oh, and now Luigi maybe taking too much time there, did Magus. Got a couple man now going for a tag here to Mario. Mario comes in, and here comes the fresher man. And wait a second, Mario got, I think maybe just in his vigor here, went to go after Magus and hit Luigi instead. As now, oh god, a hip an arm drag, wait, oh, come on. That can't be for real. A second time now, going after Luigi a second time. Mario very erratic here. What is going on? And now a heel kick. Now, oh no! And Mario just did a spinning heel kick to Luigi, and I think that busted him open. It was on purpose. What the hell, Mario? And Mario now just abandoning his partner Luigi Mario is the legal man. He tagged in, attacked his partner, and now just standing on the rampway. And now nobody can see anything here. Is this how you're going to treat your tag team partner and your brother after Luigi's been the one stepping up for you after you've been getting your ass kicked over and over? Luigi has been carrying this team all year, and this is the way you pay the respect to the man who stepped up when you needed him against Bowser at the WrestleBration, all the way to now, and just bouncing up and back and forth, and a count-out victory, and you know that this team is deflated. I mean, they've got the win, but this is not the way anybody wanted this, as Mario has just completely abandoned his brother and busted him open. And you don't want to get Luigi angry. You know you don't want to get Luigi angry. The world knows this. But why Mario? Is he blaming Luigi for Mario just not being up to par nowadays? In any case, this is not the way Akira Toriyama wanted to be honored, but the Crono contingent of the Sons of Lavos, Crono and Magus winning the day by countout, unfortunately. Main event time, Ermac versus Scorpion. Now, Scorpion also has a rematch against Sub-Zero, and he has demanded that it be in a steel cage so that no one can get in, and the only way to win is someone getting out or a pin or submission. But Scorpion versus Ermac, he said, I need vengeance. Because Scorpion is a guy that definitely likes his vengeance. It kind of gets him off. The problem is, Scorpion's whole storyline arc is that his family was murdered. And the whole reason that Ermac fights and does all the dirty things that he does is that he has kids. So you can see the conundrum we have in our hands here on Saturday Night Hype. But Ermac also said to both Rain and Sub-Zero, because he also talked to me before this matchup, and he said, I don't want either of these two involved. I can handle Scorpion myself. I was kind of trying to prove that. At the same time, I was also helping my buddy Sub-Zero. And I do not know what Sub-Zero is paying this man to be involved in this. Because truth be told, they're not having the greatest go of it. They win by countout, they win by nefarious means, but when it comes to actual nut-cutting time, pardon the expression, they seemingly can't get it done. A big opportunity here for Ermac to actually set an example for his kids, rather than be deceitful and to cheat and to just interfere in things where he doesn't belong, even though most of the time when you ask him why he does it, he says, I am many, you are but one, and I have kids. As Ermac and Elmo at home, while Elmo is also wrestling on TAW and also trying to make a living as the kids are being babysat by Rain as we speak, I believe. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's babysitting hours. Maybe Sub-Zero and Rain just don't mind babysitting Ermo and Elmac. And here comes Scorpion, who downright refuses to acknowledge anything that Ermac does as canon or real. Because, you know, he's basically of the mindset of, like, you have multiple personalities, which means that, like, none of those kids are real. It's like, Scorpion, he's all about fire, and he's all about gaslighting, because then it just turns into fire. But this man has a vengeance and a chip on his shoulder, and he will not settle until his vengeance has been paid. And he's got one against Sub-Zero. We will see if he can accomplish it at Revelation. But in the meantime, it's a man who cost Sub-Zero after Rain assaulted him in the bar prior to the matchup. And then Ermac came and interfered in the match against Sub-Zero. And Scorpion still fought his way out of it. And Scorpion almost got a little too incensed at the time, which is a big part of it. He went after Ermac a lot more than he should have when Sub-Zero was just letting Ermac fight. But now we get it settled. But that's how offended Scorpion is of anyone interfering in his business, which is somewhat ironic considering that Scorpion interfered in that business to begin with, and now just a series of counters and uppercutting Ermac out of the ring. Scorpion is not messing around here in the main event of Saturday Night Hype. We've got some major matchups at Revelation in a couple of weeks' time. That same day, we have got Pepsi Zero taking on Captain Planet. Captain Planet challenged Pepsi Zero, saying, you are meant to have calories, so fight me and I will rehabilitate you. And I don't know how Captain Planet has just become like the rehabilitation miracle worker DDP Mark Marrow of CIW, but I am here for it. If that means that Pepsi Zero doesn't terrorize people anymore, then I am all for it. And besides, Pepsi Zero has kind of kept his distance from the rest of the Shades of Black debacle, which also is happening that same night. Neo and John Wick versus Riddick and Agent 47, a huge tag match. And oh god, as Ermac's spine now is probably in as many different directions, and as suspected, here comes Rain. And now Rain and Souls have the advantage, and it's just like things grappling all over again. And now Scorpion, clearly upset, and just uppercutted Rain out of the ring, punch to the dick. Message sent. And speaking of the innovator of that particular catchphrase, we also have the monumental match for control of CIW. Abizzle versus Michael Corleone. If Abizzle wins, Corleone sells his shares so that Abizzle is officially the majority owner. If Michael Corleone wins, then Abizzle just goes back to working for Corleone, but his wrestling contract is officially terminated. He doesn't wrestle anymore after that matchup. So a lot on the line in that match. Huge stakes. Just one of a cavalcade of matches on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the end of the year after the holidays have come and gone. Big boot to Rain, who tried to get involved, as Scorpion right now handling the duo of Rain and Souls. And now, oh guys, I say that, Ermac just with a big choke, just choking the life out of Scorpion. And just the viciousness that Ermac has instilled since joining Cold Rain and Souls. And there it is, evidenced right there. It's just throwing Scorpion up into Scormac. Oh god. Man, let's hope that these two never have a relationship. But right now it's looking about as far from it. And now a chop. A big chop and a clothesline from Ermac. Here in your main event, a Saturday Night Hype punch to the dick. Message sent as referee Jonah Hill, who was arm dragged earlier, and now by a Mario. And I'm still in shock at what we witnessed as Mario has just left Luigi. What does this mean for that tag team? And the future of both of those individuals in CIW as we get a leg attack, take a drink, or a scoop of ice cream. We also have the Women's Championship, Wonder Woman versus Padme Amidala. A huge Women's Championship matchup. Can Wonder Woman beat Padme, who has been on a roll? And a gutbuster from Scorpion, speaking of on a roll. And speaking of that, there's other matchups. And then an interesting matchup as well while I'm going through the card. Majin Buu as Scorpion just laying down punches, brutalizing Ermac. As Scorpion is not letting anything slide here in this matchup, keeping Ermac in the ring, which is smart. He did not do that against Sub-Zero as he was so offended that Ermac got involved. And now what a trio of kicks. And now, oh god, Scorpion. Scorpion is just brutalizing the roughneck mentality of Scorpion. Punch to the dick. Message sent. I can't even go through the revelation card because Scorpion is just taking Ermac to a place of brutality we have not seen. As Scorpion just and now Ermac's starting to get a little bit of air here. As even Jonah Hill is warning Scorpion, don't go too far there. And a fireman's carry, take a drink or a scoop of ice cream. Majin Buu challenged by Mr. Clean, who does not believe that Majin Buu is here just to make his own record and not be a part of factions and take over things as has been habit by his kind, as Mr. Clean is more than familiar with the past of Majin Buu, does not believe that this big chocolate is here on pure intentions, as Majin Buu is accepted to challenge. So we're going to get Majin Buu versus Mr. Clean. A very interesting matchup there as we saw Mr. Clean, or Majin Buu's debut against Ken Masters, who should be in an open challenge at the pre-show. Ken Masters has issued an open challenge to anyone on the pre-show to come and have whatever he's got, which has been mostly L's lately. And now Scorpion going after Rain, as Ermac is really not looking good. Big boot, as Ermac has shown both of these guys just what it means to cross. The man who was the master of the Netherrealm DDT, top rope from Scorpion, and a knee down, and Ermac barely deflected it, but he did deflect it. And now just slamming him into the table in a double shoulder block. And now just more right hands. Scorpion is, I've never seen Scorpion this pissed. And we saw Scorpion, focused and definitely with 5-head maneuvers when he came back in the 6-man tag with Smoke and Dave Chappelle. as that whole debacle unfolded, and a big power slam onto Rain, and the referees count up to 3 and are just choking Rain, and he is making Rain pay just as much as he wanted to make Ermac pay. And that might be Scorpion's undoing here. He's got to be and uppercutting a teeth-rattling uppercut. And now wait a second, Netherrealm DDT, and that has got to do it. The cover here, 1, 2, 3. Wow. Scorpion not fucking around, and as Ermac, I think this is an age-old lesson. Fuck around and find out, as Scorpion laying the smack down, no pun intended, onto Ermac and Rain, and sending a clear message to Sub-Zero that when it's in the cage, it is a whole different animal, baby. But folks, we have got the pre-show next week coming up with a 3-match card. Stay tuned for that. Thank you all for coming to Saturday Night Hype, and we will see you next week. Take care, everybody.